guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Fayy Lenee. Thank you so much for stopping by, for clicking on the video, for checking it out. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with your girl for today's video. I really appreciate it. Definitely make sure that you subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red button down below. You guys already know how this works around here. Also make sure that you turn on your notifications so that you will be notified anytime that I upload a future video. I am on a roll right now. I'm coming with nothing but bangers for you guys, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you have your notifications on so that you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. And for today's video, I wanted to do a little bit of a twist on an Ulta haul. I didn't really just want to sit here and just talk about makeup. I kind of wanted to create a little something for y'all because it's been a minute since I have done a makeup tutorial, so I'm trying to come with more tutorials for you guys. So instead of doing a typical sit and chat and just show you guys the products that I got, I decided to do that but also apply them to my face and give you guys my first impression. So that is what I'm going to be doing for today's Ulta haul. If you enjoyed this, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know. That way I can do more of these in the future for more, you know, other hauls that I have coming up in the future. I can do them this way if you guys enjoy it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I have to share with you guys. I don't want to spend a ton of time on the intro because we have a lot to get through in this video, girl. So if you would like to see the products that I picked up from Ulta and how I use them to create this look, then please keep watching. Alright guys, so I am super excited to film this video. I've never done a video like this, and these products just came in the mail today, so the excitement is fresh. I literally just opened this box and all this stuff is legit brand new. So we are going to test it out and I'm going to give you my first impression. So I have my eyes primed already. I just used my MAC paint pot and laying low as usual. And then I just set it down with a translucent powder. And then we are going to jump right into this NYX Away We Glow eyeshadow palette. So there are a couple of different, I think maybe 2 different variations of this palette. The one that I picked out is Hooked on the Glow, which, I mean, obviously, this does not look like something I would get. The colors are beautiful. Now I will be honest, I wasn't super impressed when I swatched them, but I'm not going to count it out just yet because you never know. You never know. So these shades do not have any like names to them. There's just numbers on the back, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to kind of point to them as I go. So first up, I'm going to go in with this brown shade right here. It's a neutral matte brown shade, and I'm just going to blend that through the crease as my transition color. Okay, pigment. I'm not mad at this shade. It looks really good actually, and it's blending out beautifully. So we're off to a good start. Okay, so that's that shade blended out in the crease. That actually looks really good. That blended out seamlessly. And this brown shade, it does have like little small flecks of gold glitter in it, which you guys probably won't be able to see. You can barely see it, but on the eyes, you literally cannot see it. So it's a really nice transition color. So next up, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, this nice brick matte shade. And I'm going to apply that a little bit lower in the crease, and I think I'm just going to use the same brush. This brush is the Morphe E23, and I'm just going to blend that a little bit lower in the crease. Okay, so these shades are blending out literally like butter on my eyelid, both blending into each other and just blending out. Like, it's not skipping, there's no patchiness at all. Let me find out. NYX out here trying to give these high-end brands a run for their money. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like so far. I honestly could just leave my eyes like this, but I do really want to dip into this green right here. So I think I'm gonna apply that all over my entire lid. So I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Shadow Insurance and cut the crease, and then we're going to go in with that green. Alright guys, so my crease is cut, and we're going to go in with this green right here, and I'm just going to pick it up on a flat shader brush. Let's see. I'm just going to use this one right here. This one is the Luxie 211 concealer brush, and we're just going to dip right into that green and apply it to the lid. Okay, so the green isn't really exciting me by itself, so I'm gonna try applying it with a little bit of Fix Plus. Oh yeah, much better. Alright guys, so this is what we're looking like with the green. I was a little unimpressed at first, but it actually applied a lot better on this eye. And I think it was just because my brush was pretty much completely wet with MAC Fix Plus. So if you're willing to work with the green a little bit, it is really beautiful, but you definitely have to use it with your brush wet with something. Like I said, I used Fix Plus. But now that I got it built up, and I did have to do a little bit of building, but once my brush was like pretty much completely wet with Fix Plus, it was a lot easier, like I said, to work with it on this eye. So I like it. It's pretty. It's a little bit lighter than I thought it was going to be, but it's still a really pretty green, so I can work with it. Okay, so next up, I'm going to deepen up the outer corner a little bit. I'm going to go in with this dark brown right here. I'm going to try to use as many of the shadows in here as possible. So far we've used 3. And I'm not sure how many more I'm going to be able to fit into this look, but I'm going to go in with this dark brown right here. And I'm going to use my Morphe M433, and I'm just going to use that to deepen up the outer V of my eye. Okay, so the matte shades are definitely the star of the show with this palette, in my opinion, at least so far. They are so pigmented, and like I said, they blend out beautifully, absolutely beautifully. So I'm very impressed with the matte shades. The shimmery green was pretty, but I did have to work with it a little bit more. But the matte shades, they're just performing like literally better than some of my high-end eyeshadow palettes, just saying. So just for the sake of trying to use as many colors as possible, I'm going to go in with this shadow right here. Now, don't be fooled by this eyeshadow. It looks white, but when you swatch it, it's like a beautiful iridescent kind of, it like reminds me of unicorns. I don't know. It's like a golden champagne, that reflex kind of green. It's really pretty. So I'm going to take that shadow on my flat shader brush. I'm not going to take a lot of it, but I'm just going to tap it on the lid right over that green. See, I just took it to the next level right there. So pretty. Okay, so next up, I'm going to go ahead and do my liner and lashes. I'm not going to do anything new for my lashes, but since I ordered this eyeshadow palette, I got this super cute little NYX Lippy Love bag. And inside, there are a couple of different little NYX goodies, and one of them is the matte liquid liner. It's just a black liquid liner. So I'm going to use that to line my lash line and then apply my lashes, and then I'll be right back to finish up with the rest of my eyes and the rest of my face. Alright guys, so I'm back. Lashes and liner are on. Like I said, I did use the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. This liner actually has a brush tip applicator, which I'm not used to. I'm used to a felt tip type of applicator. So I was a little bit nervous about using it, but the actual tip of the brush is very thin. I don't know if you guys can see. It's very thin and it's very pointed, and all of the bristles kind of come together to a point. So it was actually surprisingly pretty easy to use, and it does go on a little bit more wet than I'm used to, but it did dry matte and it looks really good. So this might be a new favorite. The lashes that I'm wearing are the Eyelure times Nicole Guerrero Faux Flawless Lashes. If you've been watching my videos, you guys know I love these lashes. Pretty much every single time that I do my makeup or come on camera or put on lashes, I have been wearing these. I'm obsessed with them. I have like 10 of them on backup, so really love these lashes. So next up, we're going to take a little bit of a break from the eyes and start to work on the face a little bit. So I did pick up a new, I guess this is like a primer. It's from Urban Decay. It's the Naked Skin One and Done Blur on the Run Touch Up and Finishing Balm. It's supposed to be a long wear oil a long wear oil absorbing and hydrating balm. So the reason why I purchased this is because number one, I plan on doing a full face of Urban Decay products. So when I do that video, I'll give you guys an update on this, since this will just be a first impression. But when I saw that it was like a one and done balm, I was thinking maybe it might be similar to the Tatcha, the new Tatcha primer. And ain't nobody got time to be spending $52 on a primer, which I might still buy it. I don't know, I'm debating. So for this one, it basically says it's ultra lightweight and water resistant. It instantly blurs flaws, absorbs shine, and leaves skin looking radiant. And it says that you can actually apply this on top of your foundation, or you can apply it like underneath your foundation, or wear it by itself for a really smooth, you know, radiant, flawless complexion, all that good stuff. So it comes in 2 different shades. I got mine in the shade medium to dark, and I'm not really sure what to expect with this, honestly, but oil absorbing, water resistant, and the fact that I have oily skin are all things that had me like, okay, I'm interested. So this is what it looks like on the inside. It does have a mirror, and we're just gonna, so it's very balmy. It almost feels like a lip balm. I don't want to use too much, but this is what it looks like on my finger. Basically the same color as it is in this little pan. And I guess I'm just going to apply this to my face. Okay, it's definitely smoothing out my pores. That's for sure. I'm not sure how something like this would wear over top of your foundation, because it does say that you can apply this over top of your foundation as well. I'm not sure that I would do that. I don't know, it seems to be filling in my pores, so we'll go with it. The true test will be when I actually put my foundation on top of this. Alright, hopefully I didn't overdo it, but we'll see. Once I apply my foundation, I'll be able to tell. So I'm going to also apply a oil controlling primer per usual. I'm going to use this Hourglass Mineral Veil, and then I'm going to set it with my Cover FX matte setting powder, my normal foundation routine. Okay, so primers are on and set. So for foundation, I actually picked up the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. Now this is not a new foundation to me or to my channel, but I always pick up the shade NC45, and I started to feel like that might have been a little bit too dark for me. As I'm getting like more, I guess I could say, experienced with doing my makeup, I'm starting to notice that a lot of the foundation shades that I have picked out previously are just slightly too dark for me. So I have been starting to pick foundation shades that are a little bit lighter. And then what I've been finding is that they've actually been matching with my neck and with my skin tone a little bit better once they settle into my skin. So I know NC42 is way too light, so I picked up the shade NC44. So I'm going to apply that to my skin. And then for my concealer, this one is not anything new. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I've used this on my channel before, but I normally use the shade Medium Dark Warm, which I wanted to get a shade lighter, so I got the shade Medium, and this is Medium Neutral. And then I also picked up the new Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer, which is in the shade also Medium Neutral. And I found that this concealer can be just a little bit dry underneath my eyes, so I like to mix the two of them together. The only thing I don't like about this concealer is I wish that they had kept the same applicator that this concealer has. This one has kind of like a doe foot type situation, whereas this one has, I'm not really sure what you would call this, but it's basically just flat on both sides. And I prefer the applicator on this one a lot better because it picks up more product. I don't feel like this one picks up a ton of product, but Nothing special with applying foundation and concealer. You guys have seen me do it a million times. So I'm just going to breeze right through this, but I just wanted to quickly show you guys the products that I'm going to be using. Alright, so I've got my foundation and concealer applied and set, and I'm going to go ahead and finish off the eyes before I finish up the rest of my face. I also went ahead and applied my brows, and I'm wearing the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil in the shade number 4 in case you're interested. So to finish off my eyes, I'm basically going to do pretty much what I have on my lid on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to start off with this shade right here and buff it along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to go in with the dark brown and deepen it up a little bit, and then apply a little bit of highlight on the inner corner. Alright guys, so the eyes are done. I have to say I am obsessed with the way that this came out. I think it looks beautiful. This palette definitely gets a thumbs up from me. I'm very impressed with this for it to be an affordable palette. And I don't remember exactly how much I paid for this, but I know NYX tends to be pretty affordable. I'm sure I'll have the prices popping up throughout the video, but I'm very, very impressed with this eyeshadow palette, especially the matte shades. Gorgeous. So I went ahead and finished up the eyes, added mascara on my lower lash line, and all of that good stuff. So I also applied a little bit of contour to my cheeks. I used my Morphe Bronzer in the shade Celebutante. I did do a dedicated review demoing this, so I will link that for you guys if you want to know a little bit more information about whether or not this is worth your coin. Next up is blush, and I picked up this blush palette right here from Pure Cosmetics. First of all, the packaging is stunning. And I've had this little blush palette in my favorites on my Ulta app for a hot minute. So I figured what better time to pick it up than when you can get 20% off. So this is what the actual packaging of the palette looks like. And then when you open it up on the inside, look how gorgeous. And can we also just talk about how large these pan sizes are? They are huge. And then they also have these little tabs so that you can pop these out and put them in separate palettes if you would prefer to travel with just one of them or two of them instead of having to take the whole palette. So that is very convenient. And I think for this look, what color do I want to use? I think maybe this one right here. And these do not have shade names, so oh, they do. So the shade names are on the back of the box, which I mean, that means I'm gonna have to try to keep up with this so that I'll know what the shade names are. So oh wait, just kidding. So the shade names are on the palette. My bad. I'm up here trying to come for Pure, trying to come for their edges, and they're like, no boo-boo, we already got this handled. So the shade names are on the palette. I just didn't see them because they are white and the palette is silver. But you can probably kind of see a little bit better there. The shade names are on the palette, so my bad, my bad. So I'm going to go in with this one right here, which is in the shade Honest. And I feel like that'll give me like a really pretty kind of neutral mauve shade. So, ooh, okay. So these are very pigmented and they kind of are powdery also. So when you dip your brush into them, you're gonna want to tap off the excess just to make sure that you don't apply too much. But we're just going to pop that on the cheeks. Yeah, that's giving me exactly what I was wanting. Just a really nice flush of like a mauve toned blush. Okay, so here are swatches of all 4 of the shades. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but this one down here on the bottom is the one that I have on my cheeks. And then this one right above it is in the shade, this one is in the shade Passionate. This one right here is in the shade Determined, and then this one at the top is in the shade Loyal. Determined, though, that one is gorgeous. That's this one right here. And this one has like a little bit more of like a radiance, almost kind of like a highlighter. So this one, I'm definitely gonna have to play around with that one. It's beautiful. And then last but not least, we have the Urban Decay Sin Afterglow palette. This is an 8-hour highlighter and blush palette. And I kind of decided to pick this up at the last minute. I like was adding stuff to my cart, and then I went to Trend Mood's page, which I don't know if you guys do this, but like whenever I'm shopping, I'll go to Trend Mood's page and just kind of scroll and see like if anything new has come out, if I've missed anything. And I happened to see this with swatches, so I decided to just throw it in my cart. I'm not sure though if I will keep it. I guess we'll see after I kind of see what my first impression is on it, because I'm not sure if the shades, like I'm not sure if I'll be able to use the shades, but I don't know. Let me not count it out before I even use it. So today I'm going to use it to highlight, and the shades are on this little palette as well. There's also a really big mirror, and I'm going to use this shade right here, which is the shade Sin, and I'm going to use that to highlight my cheekbones. Okay, so I'm not mad at the highlight. It's low-key popping or whatever. So I did not pick up a new lip product, so I'm going to go ahead and finish off the lips. I'll let you guys know what I'm going to be putting on, and once I figure out what I'm going to put on, and then I will come back to give you guys my final thoughts on all the products that I hauled in this video. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. You guys of course got to see it in the intro, but this is what everything looks like all together. On my lips, I did decide to use the Anastasia liquid lipstick in the shade Trust Issues. I thought it went really nicely with the shades that I have in the crease, and I'm getting all the fall vibes right now with this look, but I'm not mad at it. So this is how it all came together, and I just wanted to jump on here really quickly before I end the video and just share with you guys my thoughts about the products that I shared in this video. So first up, the eyeshadow palette. I already mentioned as I was using it, I was very impressed with this palette. The mattes in particular, they blended out beautifully, effortlessly, like butter, so smooth, so beautiful, so pigmented. I highly recommend this eyeshadow palette. I might even pick up the other shade that this comes in, or the other little collection that this palette comes in, because I was so impressed with this one. I don't think I've ever been so impressed with an eyeshadow from NYX as I was with this palette. They did that. They killed it with this. So I would definitely recommend picking this up before other people start to find out about it, because it's probably going to go fast because it is bomb. And the green ended up coming out really pretty on the lid, and this shade right here, stunning. And then the next thing that I tried out was this Urban Decay Blur on the Run. I'm gonna have to try this out a little bit more before I can have a full opinion about it, but I will say that my pores are definitely minimized. They're definitely smooth. The foundation applied really nicely on top of it. I mean, my skin looks great. It looks flawless. So as far as the first impression, I definitely give this a thumbs up. I will continue trying it out, and will let you guys know in a future video how I like it, how it wears throughout the day, and all that kind of stuff underneath my makeup. But as far as a first impression, it definitely gets a thumbs up from me for right now. And then of course for foundation, this isn't anything new. This has been around for forever. I do think that this shade does match me a little bit better than the other one. The other one is a little bit dark, but I think I could probably even mix in just a little bit of NC42. But I mean, I don't know. I think it looks pretty good on the skin. You guys let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I think NC44 is definitely a better fit for me than NC45. So I'll definitely be keeping this. So next up was concealer, and I kind of talked a little bit about this as I was applying it or talking about it in the actual tutorial. I have already tried this one. This is the original Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I love this. I do like the shade Medium Neutral better for highlighting underneath my eyes. And then I do like this as well. I just wish that it had the same applicator, and it is a little bit more drying. So I probably would not wear this by itself, and it's probably just more drying because it's like waterproof. So the formula is just different. but I definitely would not wear this underneath my eyes by itself, because although my face is oily, underneath my eyes is very dry, and I feel like if I wore this by itself, it would just be a crusty mess. So the two of these mixed together, they work really nicely as a pair. I also tried out this NYX liner, and this is another product that I'll have to kind of keep trying out and seeing what I think about it. I did like applying it to my lid. I just have to get used to using a brush applicator. I'm just not used to it. But the formula was great. It dried matte. It looks beautiful. It's super matte. It's super black. It looks stunning. So I would definitely recommend it if you like brush tip applicators, because the actual formula inside of this is bomb. And then this blush palette is also, I mean, I guess I really just liked everything that I tried, because I don't think I've said anything negative about anything so far. This blush palette, I'm also excited to dig into more. I will continue to share more about this in future videos and tutorials and stuff like that. But I really like the way that the blush that I applied looks on my cheek. It's like just a natural flush of color. It's not too much. It complements my skin tone really nicely, and I'm very excited to try this one, especially for spring and summer. I just have a feeling that this is gonna look beautiful on all my brown girls. It's just a stunning color. So very excited to continue playing with this. Happy that I went ahead and threw it in the bag and purchased it, because I've been eyeing it for a hot minute. And then last but not least, the Sin Afterglow palette. The highlight that I used on my face is beautiful. I think it complements this inner corner highlight really nicely. It's a very beautiful highlighter. And this is another palette that I will also have to play around a little bit more with as well, because there's so many shades in here. And I'll just kind of have to try different ones out and see how they wear or how they look on my complexion. So I'll kind of play around with this as well. And like I said, I do plan on filming a full face of Urban Decay, makeup tutorial, because I do have a good bit of Urban Decay products, and I've also been getting PR from them, which is crazy. So I definitely want to try out a couple of the products, or really all of the products that they've been sending me. So yes, I plan to have that coming very soon, and I'll try to be trying out these two products so that I can update you guys in that video. Alright, so that is pretty much all that I have to share with you guys for today's video. Hopefully it will not be too much of a long one, but usually hauls tend to be pretty long, so hopefully it'll kind of be right around the same amount of time that it would have been had I just sat and talked about each of the products. But I really wanted to just do something different and give you guys another tutorial here on my channel, because that is where I started. I started out doing only makeup tutorials, and I literally did that for like just about a year. I just only uploaded makeup tutorials, and that was like my first love. That is where my YouTube channel started. So I want to try to get back to that. It's been a while since I've uploaded tutorials for you guys, so I want to try to get some more of those coming, get my creative juices flowing. So if you guys have any recommendations or any looks that you guys would like to see, tag me on Instagram, let me know in the comments down below, and I will be sure to add them to my list so that I can keep these bangers coming for you guys, okay? So yeah, that is all that I have for today's video. I'm going to stop going on and go ahead and just end it off here. So thank you guys so much again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye.